Ho, ho, ho. This is Santa Claus with my great friend TL Suchman here.
Hi.
And she's going to read you some books and tell you some stories all about Christmas and make things really fun and festive before Christmas really gets here. So give a good listen. She works very hard at what she does. She sings very well. She tells great stories. And this is the old Santa Claus.
Santa, are you getting ready for Christmas?
Yes, I am.
How about Rudolph? How is he doing?
Rudolph's getting ready, and he's getting his nose all polished up. And I got Bernard and the rest of the elves getting the sleigh ready to go, loaded up, and all the presents packaged and wrapped and ready to roll.
Do you know your reindeers, Santa Claus?
There's Comet and Cupid and Donner and Blitzen,
Dasher
and
Prancer and Prancer. That's it.
And Rudolph.
Rudolph. And Rudolph.
Rudolph.
Yeah, and Rudolph.
Yes, Santa has a sense of humor.
Okay, Santa. Well, we won't see you, but
You will.
my son is so ready for you. Oh my gosh, he is so excited.
And I won't come unless you're asleep. But make sure you leave out the milk and the cookies and leave something out for the reindeer. And I'll take something home to the elves and to Mrs. Claus.
You mean
too.
like carrots for
Carrots
reindeer?
and
Do reindeers like cookies or they no?
Not really.
But Santa likes cookies.
Oh, Santa loves cookies.
Mrs.
The elves
Claus
love cookies.
loves
Mrs.
cookies.
Claus loves the cookies and hot
Yes.
cocoa.
Oh.
So all the good stuff.
Do you have like lots of toys in your bag?
Oh, it's a magic bag.
What are some of the things that little boys like?
Oh, they like books and they like Hot Wheels and video games.
Absolutely,
And
video games.
all balls and bats and skates and skateboards and roller skates and all kinds of good fun outside stuff and inside stuff.
Awesome. What do girls like?
They like a lot of the same things. Books and skates and
Computer. They like computer games.
Computer games. Everything that
Video
boys like,
games.
girls like too.
Yeah.
And they can do
It's
a lot
not
of
the same thing like little girls like dollies anymore. Some
girls
little
do.
preschoolers, they do love dollies.
There's some little girls who still like who like to play dress up with their dolls. And that's really good too.
You know what I used to play with?
You used to play with a lot of things.
Yeah, but I mean when I was a little girl.
You had dollies, you had balls, you had roller
Barbie
skates.
dolls. My thing was Barbie dolls. They were so cool then. That tells my age. They were so... I had all of them. I had all the Barbies, the Kens, the Midges, the Allens, all of them. I had them. Barbie dollhouse. But I don't think... Well, they think they do for preschoolers. They have those at Toys R Us and things.
Well, Toys R Us isn't around anymore.
Oh, it's not there anymore?
No.
Oh, that's right. It's not, is it?
No, but there's lots of other places to go. And just remember, kids, talk to your moms, your dad, your grandparents, your aunts, your uncles, your favorite adult and whatever, and let me know what you want. And I will do everything I can to make sure you have a very happy and Merry Christmas.
Oh, Santa, that's great. I'm glad you came tonight. I wanted to let them see you before you go heading
thank you.
Off to the North Pole again.
Thank you very much. Santa is always busy, but Santa always can take a time out for a good friend like you, TL, so you can get the good word out and so you can show the kids all the great books you have written.
I'm gonna show them some for Christmas.
And sing them some great songs too. They love you. Sing so well.
Thank you, Santa Claus.
So
my guitar string's broken, so
we'll have to talk to Bernard about that. I'm going to have to remind him about that.
I thought I had extras, but I don't. So we'll just.
Oh, shucky darns.
We'll just sing. I know the words to all the songs, so.
We'll talk to Bernard about that and see if we can get that squared away.
Okay, sounds good to me.
So, Merry Christmas.
Merry
Happy
Christmas,
New Year.
Happy New Year, Santa Claus, and
Ho, ho, ho.
ho, 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 Santa Claus. Thanks
Merry
for coming.
Christmas, everyone.
Merry Christmas. And there he goes. He's going out to his sled. Wow, isn't that a treat to see Santa Claus before Christmas? You won't see him Christmas Eve, probably because you will all be asleep. But he is very special. And you know the Santa Claus song, don't you? You better watch out. You better not cry. You better not pout. I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. He's making a list. He's checking it twice. He's gonna find out who's naughty or nice. Santa Claus is coming to town. He sees you when you're sleeping. He knows when you're awake. He knows if you've been bad or good, so be good for goodness sake. Oh, you better watch out. You better not cry. Better not pout. I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. And he is. And now we're going to read one of my books that I wrote. Actually, it's my story that I made up myself, and it's how Santa Claus, and it's called Santa's Christmas Magic. And it was the story of Santa Claus, who Saint Nick became Santa Claus. He wasn't always Santa Claus. There was another Santa Claus in my story. Now, this is a make-believe story. But Santa, this is the story of Santa's Christmas Magic. Aren't those elves cute? I will read it and then I will show the pictures to you because it's hard to hold. It says Nick. Once a long time ago, there was a couple who lived in the cold. They wore so many clothes, I have been told. They had a baby boy named Nick, who was always healthy and he was never sick. He had the cutest smile you've ever seen. He was always happy and never mean. And here is a picture of Nick. I can't always get this. The baby Nick. And we know that Saint Nick, could this be Santa Claus first as little baby Nick? Well, let's keep going with the story. Nick grows up at the North Pole. Nick grew up at the North Pole where the workshop was his father's place. Nick was always happy by the smile on his face. The elves worked hard day and night. It was an amazing sight. They made cute things like teddy bears, cars, and computers. They were sometimes blue. Also, big trucks, too. And that's what we were talking about. Santa Claus said things that boys and computers and trucks. And here is Nick. Nick falls in love. We're growing up now. Nick's growing up. One day, Nick grew up and fell in love with a beautiful lady with red hair. No one could ever compare. He gave her a beautiful ring and asked her to be his wife, and asked her to be with him the rest of his life. There was so much for their lives had in store. Their love would last forever more. And here is the beautiful lady with the red hair. And there is Nick. Now, Nick is starting to look like somebody that we know. Look at who's in the middle of there. With the red nose, Rudolph. He's in the middle. Nick's dad retires. Then one day, Nick's dad decided to retire and give the job to his son. He knew how much Nick would have fun. He told him he wanted to give the name St. Nicholas like his name. But Nick's mom said, name him Santa Claus, which was the same. Nick was so proud to take care of the workshop now for his dad. This would be the best job he ever had. And there you are, is how Nick became Santa Claus. St. Nicholas, he retired. The first Nick, Santa Claus, and he retired. And now Nick is Santa Claus for his dad. His dad got older. This is the new adventures of Mr. and Mrs. Claus. So now they began their new adventure as Santa Claus and Mrs. Claus too, and all the elves and reindeer who makes presents for me and you. Good presents. See, look at all the presents he's making. He had the gingerbread house. Look at that. And the tree looks so pretty. And the reindeer outside. It's hard to get it in focused in for you. I'm trying to do the best I can. Santa's favorite treats. Santa Claus always shared his favorite treats. He had so many favorites to eat. Hot cocoa and Mrs. Claus cookies were the absolute best. She had the best cookies, far from the rest. Her hot cider was so warm in your tummy, and the apple pie was so yummy. So this is what Santa Claus is eating for a treat. Hot cocoa and apple pie. Doesn't that sound good? And pumpkin pie too. Do they say pumpkin? Can't remember if I said pumpkin or apple. And cookies. Oh, yummy. Have you made cookies this yet? You better hurry up, because Christmas Eve is coming, and Santa Claus needs his cookies, and he needs his pies, and he needs his hot cocoa too. So, or milk. He likes milk too. Santa's favorite elves. At the workshop, Santa had his favorite elves all around. They were busy making toys. They never made a sound. All the elves are so hard at work for Christmas Eve when Santa brings cool toys to you and me. There's Santa Claus with his elves. Getting ready. The reindeer were getting ready that Christmas Eve night when they were getting ready to pull Santa's sleigh and take flight. They all waved goodbye to Santa Claus and the reindeer. "Seeing you soon, dear," said Mrs. Santa Claus. And they're waving goodbye. The elves are waving goodbye to Santa, and he's got stuff in his bag. Look, I see a teddy bear. I love teddy bears. Look at those elves. They're so excited. Santa loves the kids. Santa knows the kids that have been good all year. These kids should never fear. Santa will come back each year and bring joy and cheer. He puts presents under the tree so they wake up and see Santa's great presents for you and me. And here he is walking in the door. What a nice house. Look at the tree and the door and the chairs and the presents under the tree. Back to Mrs. Claus. After he delivers his toys to all good girls and boys, he gets in his sleigh and tells his reindeer, it's time to go back to Mrs. Claus, elves, and all the snow. Go, 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 my reindeers. And there you see him taking off in the sky. Look how pretty. And the stars. Look at the stars. Isn't that nice? Waiting for Santa. Mrs. Claus is waiting with cocoa and cookies for Santa tonight. She knows he has an exceptional long flight. Santa, Mrs. Claus, and Elves want to say, have a very Merry Christmas Day. And here's Mrs. Claus, and she's got hot cocoa for him, and the elves and muffins and cookies and all good stuff for Santa Claus. When he gets home, she's so happy to see him. That's the end of Santa's Christmas Magic. And you can get Santa's Christmas Magic by TL Suchman on Amazon.com or shoptotheright.com. Okay. Let's do another song. Well, first of all, let's see. Let's do this first. It's my favorite things at Christmas. And I know you guys have favorite things. Boys probably have computers and videos, and girls, the same thing. You have your favorite things. But this is for preschoolers. Remember, this is for 3-year-olds and up. And I'm glad that if anybody's older is here to see. Too, because Santa Claus is coming. But his favorite things at Christmas are, here's Santa's favorite things at Christmas. Favorite Things at Christmas, written and illustrated by TL Suchman. This is a book that shows you all the favorite things I do and see during this special time. All about Christmas time, the singing, seeing Santa, making cookies, spending time with families and friends, and the fun places to go. Merry Christmas, everyone. Dedication. I like to dedicate my book to certain people. This is dedicated to all the beautiful children who dream and the things they love. Christmas, the magic in their hearts, the music, the lights, the toys, the togetherness, all wonderful things at Christmas. Children are so special. This book is written for you. This book was written for you guys. Cutting a tree down and bringing it home. Now, if you live on a farm, that's easy. There's probably trees, especially Christmas tree farms. You cut it down and bring it home. Well, some people have to go out to the woods, or some people... This is about a little boy and girl that go out to the woods. Today is the day Sis and me were going out in the woods and cut down our tree. It must be big and green, and it'll be the prettiest tree we've ever seen. When we get home, we will put on Christmas lights of green, red, and blue, and orange, yellow, and purple too. And here's something else about Mr. and Mrs. Santa Claus with reindeer and silly elves. We're having cookies and hot cocoa today. They are the best, I have to say. The reindeer's looking through the window to see if Santa Claus will bring them cookies and cocoa. Mrs. Claus is a nice lady, we know. Santa loves to be with her everywhere on the day. Get ready for Christmas and whatever comes his way. We added some more in the background. Look at there's a penguin, and there's Rudolph, and more trees and houses in the background, and they're having their treat again. Apple pie, pumpkin pie, muffins. Now, I wrote this after I have 2 dogs, and their name is Barkley and Benny at Christmas. They don't exactly look like these dogs, but it's about Barkley and Benny. And if I could get Barky, Benny, come here, Benny, come here. Come here, Benny, come. Benny, come here. What are you doing? Come here. Come on, Benny. Benny, come on. Come on, Benny. I'll show you Benny. Come here, Benny. If I can lift him up. Come here, buddy. Come on. Come on, Benny. Come on. Come here, Benny. Come here. Come here, Benny. Benny. You gotta come closer to Mommy. Okay. Come here. Come here. Get up here. Come on. Well, you're silly. I don't know if you can see him. There, you can see him. See him? That's Benny. And the one on the chair over here is Barkley. See Barkley? This is my office. I've got a piano, if you can see in the background. No, you can't see my piano because there's a chair in the way, but there's a real piano in the background. But there's Benny and there's Barkley. And this is about them. Hold on. Let me get back to my book. You guys are lazy. But that's what you're supposed to be. And they go out and have fun outside. They're called Cavachons. They're half Cavalier. Let's see. A Bichon and a Cavalier. Spaniard Cavalier. And they're the cutest dogs. They look kind of like Cocker Spaniels. But okay. Barkley and Benny at Christmas. I have two cute dogs. They love Christmas like you and me. Especially when they see presents for them under the tree. Oh boy, do they get presents. They knew there were treats for them to eat and many kind of things they wanted, but couldn't cause it because they were too sweet. I love my dogs Benny and Barkley. They like to sleep on my bed. Sometimes near my pillow where I lay my head. And here's Benny and Barkley. I kind of made other Benny and Barkleys, but this poem is named after them. Now, how many of you, probably not yet, if you're 3 or up, you haven't, 3 or under, you probably haven't skated. And kids don't skate as much as they used to when I was little. They used to go out in ponds and sometimes skating rinks. Where I used to live, they had one. A big skating rink that kids went on the weekends. But these kids had outside they had their own pond. And this is called Skating with Friends. This is one of my favorite things at Christmas time. Today was such a fun day. I got to go skating with my friends on a very cold winter day. We all got on the ice and skated around with so many kids skating, it made an amazing sound. A fun day. And you know how ice, if it's snowing, the snow just stays on the ice and they have to push it off because you can't skate when there's so much ice on the water. And this is water, the frozen water out in the country. These little boys and girls are having a blast. Now, when I was little, again, most of these stories are from when I was little, but then when my kids grew up. But singing Christmas songs at school, I loved Christmas songs. I know all of them backwards and forwards. And it was a favorite time for me. And I used to sing solos, and I just loved it. It was so much fun. I sang in trios and duos and a cappella. And so here's about singing Christmas songs at school. My favorite time of the day for me is singing Christmas songs with my friends by the Christmas tree. Our teacher loves to play the guitar and piano, which I do. And my guitar string broke and I don't have an extra one, so I couldn't play for you tonight. So I'm just kind of lumping it here. I asked Mom for a piano this Christmas, but she said no. Now behind me, I can't move over enough this way. Now let's see if I can do it this way. There is a piano. Do you see the angel? That is my piano. It was my grandfather's and it was been restored. And it's my piano and I play music. And I have my guitar's on the inside of it. And I play the guitar too. I have 2 guitars. But the one doesn't have any strings at all. And then I got this guitar and this one, the string broke tonight. So maybe some other time I'll be able to play for you. Our teacher loves to play the guitar and piano. I asked Mom for a piano this Christmas, but she said no. Maybe next year. Pianos are pretty expensive, but they're fun to play. I used to be a piano teacher too after I got out of high school and college, and I was singing. I was also a singer in a band, and I would sing. I would teach preschool during the day, and then I would go teach kids piano, and then at night I would go, if we had a job, I'd have a band job. So I was very busy. At that time I wasn't married, so I could do that. But I am totally music, and then after music, after I retired from going on the road and being in music and got older, I decided I was going to start writing books because I love preschoolers, since I taught preschool for 25 years. It was a long time during the day. And these books are just for preschoolers. Making Christmas Cookies with Mom. Now, I just loved my mom with her cooking. It was the best. And she was unbelievable. She could cook cookies and pies, and oh my, it was a very big time Christmas. My mom made it so special. We had cupcakes and yummy cookies too. We ate a lot of both. Wouldn't you? We had such a great day, us all together, especially knowing outside it was snowy weather. Here's a picture of a mom in the kitchen with cookies. I think there's the child's making pie there. He's getting ready to make a pie. This is called My Friends and I at Christmas, and I know you all have friends, and it is a fun time to be with your friends at Christmas because there's so much to do, so many places to go. This is called My Friends and I at Christmas. The best time I have with my friends and me is to have snowball fights around the trees. The trees hide where we are, even though none of us are far. After a while, it starts to get cold and time to go inside. But watch out for my friends. They like to hide. And here are the kids. Now, how many of you love dinosaurs? I love dinosaurs. In fact, I have a book that I'm not going to read tonight, but it's called My Silly Dinosaurs. And it is a whole book on dinosaurs, and you can get it on Amazon.com. And I have I think 30 books on Amazon, I think. I just keep going and writing. I haven't written any for winter yet. I finished my Christmas book. That's Santa Claus Goes Back in Time too. But this one is about my dinosaur loves Christmas. I have a cute dinosaur who loves Christmas like you and me. He is purple, as you can see. We brought our present to him and put them under the tree. It was so fun for my best friend and me. He has fish swimming in his pond, and they were swimming quickly without a sound. Merry Christmas to my sweet purple dinosaur. And he has a dinosaur, and he has his friend to come and see his dinosaur with him. And there's the fish in the pond, and he's got a penguin. And Christmas trees in the background and in the front. This one's called Christmas is for Children, and as any child knows, it is special time for Christmas. It is Christmas, and singing with your friends and the Christmas tree and the presents, and this is just a poem about children with a picture of some children standing there loving Christmas. Christmas is for children, I really have to say. They have so much fun in their own special way. Parties at school, singing around the Christmas tree. What a beautiful sight to see. The lights on the tree are red, yellow, and blue. There's also green, purple, and orange too. And you can see, and moms and dads, you can see that to help kids learn to distinguish colors, I put the colors, the names of the colors in the color that the name is. Like red, there's red, yellow, blue. So that can help them learn their colors. My friend's Christmas tree lot. Here we go. This is when you get to go out and take your trucks out to a Christmas tree lot and pick up a tree and bring it home. And this is, my friend's family has a pretty lot who sells Christmas trees. There are so many beautiful trees to see. We picked out our tree and Dad took us home in our car, and Mom drove the truck, took the tree home. It wasn't too far. And here's a Christmas tree lot. There's snowmen, and there's pretty trees, and there's a barn, and there's a little doggy with a hat. That looks like my Benny, kind of. The Christmas hat. There's Dad and daughter, and Mom's driving, and off they go to take their tree. Now, continuing when we get home, there's snow fun. Snow fun at home when you can. The best time for our family me is to go outside and build a snowman for all to see. Made up with snow and a big black hat and a big purple scarf. Imagine that. Today was a fun day for my family and me. Tomorrow we'll pick out our Christmas tree. And here's another family but they haven't got their Christmas tree yet. This is their friends that are building a snowman. See all the snow? Jesus' birth. This is Christmas. And Christmas is the birth of Jesus. And Jesus was a sweet baby boy born on a special night. Mary and Joseph were so proud of their baby. He was a beautiful sight. The animals came, lambs, camels, cows, and donkeys too. I would have loved to have been there that night, wouldn't you? God bless baby Jesus that night. And when you go to church, you find out about baby Jesus, some of you that have been. Some of you have different religions that don't have Jesus in their religion. But when you're a Christian, you have baby Jesus, and he was born in a manger. And there were wise men that came later on, and there are angels in the sky. See the angels? A very big time. This is what Christmas is, born on Christmas. And that's why we celebrate Christmas. It's not just all Santa Claus. As I said, have your moms and dads talk about it, and if not, if different religions, I understand. But that's my religion. From my family to yours, Merry Christmas. And here's my family. If you can see them. There's me, and there's my husband, and there's my son. Or my husband and my son. He's in a globe. Here at the end, this is one book that I've written and put up, but this was an older book. But I have written it, and I will go through some of it. It's called Santa Claus Goes Back in Time, and Santa Claus meets a lot of different important people, presidents, Annie Oakley. I can't remember all. I'm like right here. Let me see. This book is over. So this president, he meets the elves built him a time machine, and this is how he goes through time. He gets in the time machine here that the elves built him, and he goes through time to another time and place. First time he goes through time, he first meets Abraham Lincoln, who was the 16th president. I actually lived in the town in Springfield, Illinois, where he lived when he was little and younger. I always liked Lincoln. Okay, this is about Amelia Earhart. She was a wonderful flyer of an airplane. She got in and she was a pilot, and she flew all over, across the sky, over trees. She loved to soar way up above. Flying was something she always loved. Then your moms and dads probably know this one. This is Elvis Presley. He was called Elvis, and he could sing and he could dance. See how I put Santa Claus down the bottom, because this is where he ends up. And there's Elvis. He ends up watching Elvis sing. And there were the girls in the poodle skirts that went crazy over Elvis. And they wore pink poodle skirts. See the poodle on the skirt? And saddle shoes. And he just sang with his guitar, and he was amazing. He danced. Ugh. Rosa Parks was a brave woman who got on a bus one day. It was a green bus and yellow too. At the time, things weren't so nice. Some things always weren't so nice. And she was told to give up her seat when she sat down, but she didn't. And she held her ground and wouldn't leave. It doesn't matter what color our skin is today. We as people in the world have come a long way. And here's Rosa Parks waiting to get on the bus. Santa Claus comes, waves to her. She gets on the bus, but she doesn't get up when the driver tells her to get up. She was a brave woman. Now there was a woman who was the greatest sharpshooter around. There was no one that back at time could ever be found, and her name was Annie Oakley. Santa Claus comes to visit her, and she's pretty. She knew how to shoot things from a distance. She had long, really pretty hair. Santa Claus came to visit her. And she was a superstar. She had really different cool outfits. This was one of them. She was cool. I think at one time on Halloween I dressed up as her. Now this one I don't know if you know. You probably won't, because I don't know if Buster Brown shoes are still around. But your moms and dads will. And this is Buster Brown, and he was with his dog Tige, and there's Santa Claus. And actually, my dad was, after the original Buster Brown passed away, my dad became in Missouri Mr. Buster Brown in Clayton, Missouri. He became, and I had Buster Brown shoes from I was a baby till when I went to high school. And even then I probably wore some shoes. But he had the best. He had E.T. shoes, Care Bear shoes. But I was so proud of my dad. My dad is passed now, and I miss him a lot. But he was Mr. Buster Brown, the second one. He was a really good guy. He was really smart and really sweet and kind. But I thought I'd draw Mr. Buster Brown for my dad. This one's, I don't know if you know, King Arthur. He was just walking along, and here's the wizard, and then Santa Claus there. But Arthur, he didn't just become king just by, he was a squire who helped with the horses, and in England they said, well, the time came when the sword was pulled out of the stone, they would become the king. And King Arthur, who was just walking by because he needed a squire, the guy that he was helping needed a sword, he went and pulled it out, and he became king. And he lived in Camelot, which is one of my favorite musicals. And you probably never heard of it, but maybe your moms or dads might have heard of it. Merlin the wizard teaches King Arthur everything he needs to know about being king. And when he pronounced king, the bells of Camelot would ring. And there he is, pulling the sword out of the stone. He wasn't even expecting it. He wasn't expecting to be king. He just pulled it out and he became king. He's as I said, I love music and I also play the piano. This was a piano player, a classical piano player. His name was Beethoven. And Beethoven lost his hearing. He was so hard and hurt him so bad, but he might not ever be able to play again. But he figured out through the years and the tears, he figured it out. And he figured out how to play even though he was deaf. He wrote such beautiful classical music through the years, and many classical pianists play today. He kept going whatever came his way. He was a famous classical piano player, Beethoven. You might recognize with the long hair. There's Santa. And the piano behind it, Beethoven. He was an amazing piano player. Now, Martin Luther King Jr. was such an amazing man. He loved everybody and he wanted everyone to be happy in life without being in strife. He had a dream that everyone could live together in peace and world, all colors, religions, and more. He wanted and prayed everyone and weather all the storms. He wanted everyone to live in peace. Wouldn't that be so nice? Well, nowadays we're having problems like that, but we'll get it back together again, God willing, someday. But he was a wonderful, amazing man. You shouldn't judge a person by their skin, ever. Not the color of their skin. And he didn't, and that's what he taught us. And I learned that when I was little. And Santa Claus is learning it, seeing him. Now the Pilgrims, as you know, as Thanksgiving came over on the Mayflower, and I even have a book called The First Thanksgiving Friendship that I made for Thanksgiving. So you might want to check that one out too, because it's really cute. But I'm only reading Christmas songs today, and Christmas music and Christmas books. The Pilgrims came with the Mayflower, and they landed on a place called Plymouth Rock, and the Indians taught them to hunt and trap and fish. Squanto was the name of the Indian who helped them. And he helped them because they didn't know how to do it. They just didn't know how to do it. And so that they came together with the Indians, they became friends, and they had the first Thanksgiving dinner, which you celebrate in November. You go to your grandmas and grandpas or just your houses. This one's our 45th president. My favorite president. President Donald Trump. He used to build big buildings all the way up to the sky. They went way up high. Then Trump decided he wanted to help all the people, so he became president of the United States. Things were happening, so he didn't want to wait too late. He helped people. They needed jobs to earn money for their families. He loves our country, as you can see. His favorites are red, white, and blue, which you see during the 4th of July. And he tries to help us in our lives, me and you. And there's Santa Claus with President Trump. And we've got so many more. There's Betsy Ross, John F. Kennedy, Neil Armstrong. Here's Neil Armstrong, the first man on the moon. And he put the American flag there. And he saw the stars and how bright they were. I imagine it's an amazing sight being out there and seeing all the stars and the planets. And that would be amazing. Here's my favorite. Dinosaurs. Wouldn't it be great to go back and see all the funny dinosaurs, the silly dinosaurs that roamed around? Most of them made loud sounds, all different colors. Purple, yellow, orange too, red, green, brown, and blue. And here's a bunch of dinosaurs. Here's the book. My book is made after this dinosaur. The one that I have. Silly Dinosaurs. That's on Amazon.com or TL Suchman. But there's so many other dinosaurs. And there are more. But this is a really good book. Okay. I'm going to do one more because it's kind of close to my heart. As I told you, I loved to sing when I was little, and I became a professional singer. And I love to sing wherever I sang. I sang in choirs and musicals and bands and big bands and rock bands, and I was in all bands and just anything that I could do. And I sang solos, and this one is called I Just Want to Sing, written and illustrated by TL Suchman. And here I am. Not really, but that's the little girl I picked. Her name is Gracie, I think. Yep. Hello, I'm Gracie. I just want to sing. I love to sing. In school, I love English and art, but singing is my favorite thing. I love to do things, I must say, but singing always makes my day. Here's Gracie. She sings in her room. Meet my family. These are the people, as you can see. These are my incredible special family. They are funny, happy, and cool. They always want to see me when I come home from school. A brother and a sister. Mom and Dad. Singing in my room. After dinner and doing all my homework, I think about one thing to do. I stand and sing from my heart and sing every word like I was singing to you. My teddy bear loves to hear me sing, but he knows it's just one of those things. And she doesn't sing with a microphone. She sings with a brush, since she doesn't have a microphone yet at that time. Not a karaoke machine yet. Singing on the way to school. Well, as I said, I sang anywhere, weather-wise. We walked to school when I was little. As I walk to school each day, I sing, and wherever I go, people get out of my way. They do not know what to think about me. If I'm not careful, I might bump into a tree. And I probably haven't done that. Here she is singing, almost home. There's all her neighborhood going through the snow. Singing with my friends. I love to sing with my friends. It's the best thing yet. Everyone enjoys it, you bet. We all love to sing every day. After we sing, we go outside and play. Here we are in school. You've seen this picture. Today, singing my first solo. Today, my teacher has asked me to come back to sing, to hold the microphone. Wow, what a great thing. When I sang, the words came out so clear, knowing my teacher was near. She asked me if I could sing our concert in a few weeks. I was so excited, I could hardly speak. That happened too. I did get to sing solos when I first sang. My teacher asked me to sing a solo. Telling my family the news. I ran to my house and went through the door. I saw my parents and pets sitting on the floor. I told them I had been asked to sing a solo for Christmas this year. They all clapped and cheered. That's not how my family looked, but the words what mean close to what my family did. They were awesome. Practicing with my friend. I have a friend, her name is Katie. She's my best friend. We always will be friends, and that will never end. But the best time we have is when we sing. We have all the fun times it brings. And she's got a brush now. So we're singing together. If we were singing today, we'd have a karaoke to sing with. My Christmas song. I looked out and saw my family and friends looking at me. I just wanted to do this for such a long time. Now it was my turn and I wanted to shine. I closed my eyes and sang with pride. They also brought out all the love for singing inside. And here's what the front looks like. There I'm singing at the solo at the Christmas concert. My happy music teacher. Today was such a great night for my friends and me. It was great to see our families. My teacher came up to tell me how proud she was. I could see. She was proud of my friends and me. She also told me I really sang my song well. She was proud and I could tell. Caroling with my family. The best time of the year is singing Christmas carols with my family and good cheer. We love to go all to the pretty houses decorated with pretty lights. It's such an amazing sight. We have such a great time, my family and me. It's the best time singing, hoping the snow will come. Oh, please. There's snow there, but coming down. That's from the old snow. They want it to snow now. And that's the end. And I have other books, like I said, for Christmas. I have which I read. Santa Claus Goes Back in Time 1. And this is the new one that's just come out. Santa Claus Goes Back in Time 2. And it is a hard book. Finally, I'm finally getting to do Amazon hardback books. So this is one. And it has big, as you can see, there's big printing. So you can start with your children, moms and dads. It helps them to see it better, and it helps it to, you can put your fingers on it and go through the words and help them pronounce words. Don't think a preschooler can't do things like that, because they can. My preschool kids were so smart. But it has a lot of neat things. Here's a jungle animal. Santa Claus Goes Back in Time 2. There he goes and sees some pictures of, he goes back to see the jungle animals. And then there's, oh, wait. Here's one. He goes back to look at, I love this one. He goes back and looks at all the heroes, the superheroes. Batman, Robin, Wonder Woman, Superman. And Captain America, sorry. And it's big printing, so you'll get to read about. This is really actually a book. It is not like you read a little bit, there's a picture. There's a lot of words that you could read to your child. There's Clara Barton. No. She was the head of the Red Cross. Let's see if I can find somebody that you guys would know. I don't know if you've ever seen, I know your moms and dads have seen the movie The Sound of Music. This was a family, the Von Trapp family singers, who came together and sang together, and they became very famous. But the movie, if you ever get a chance, if your moms and dads will let you, to see the story of The Sound of Music and all the beautiful music. Or even I bet some of your parents have the CD or something like that, or the music. They had songs like Edelweiss, The Lonely Goatherd, My Favorite Thing, So Long Farewell, and of course The Sound of Music. At that time I had a solo, and I was in The Sound of Music. I was Mother Abbess, the mother ahead of the church, of the Catholic Church. That was Climb Every Mountain. I love that song. Oh, it was so beautiful. That was my favorite audition. I thought, I'd just go in the chorus, and I thought I'd get called back for a chorus for sure, but they said they wanted me for Mother Abbess, and I told them, I can't sing that high, and they changed the key for me, and it was perfect. It was perfect. That was one of my great memories. Here's Robin and Marion. Robin Hood with a bow arrow. There's so many others. There's just so many others that you can see. And these books are a lot more expensive because of the hard book, but they're worth it. They are so worth it. And this one I wrote for my husband because he loves John Wayne, and probably maybe your dads or your moms remember John Wayne. He was a cowboy star, and he was tough. He was big, and he was cool. So let's see. Those are all the good things. There's a lot more pictures in the beginning of things you've seen. But those are most of my books for Christmas, so I hope you can have your moms and dads go to Amazon.com and look through the books, and you'll find books of seasons. You'll find books of times of the year, every holiday, Mother's Day, Father's Day, Halloween, the seasons of spring, summer, fall, and winter. It's I have many books, and I wrote them because when I taught preschool, we used to draw these things and used to write about them. So, I told stories about them. So I hope you enjoyed Christmas time. I enjoyed being with you. I hope you enjoyed Santa Claus. Don't forget, you gotta be good. Remember, you gotta be good. You better watch out. So I just want to say Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And keep safe. Listen to your moms and dads. Don't run around. It's going to be cold. Just listen to your moms and dads wherever they may be. If you're staying with both of them, or if you're at your mom's house or your dad's house, stay with them, okay? Or if you go into a store, stay with your parents. Don't go anywhere else. Stay with them. They'll keep you safe, okay? Okay, Merry Christmas, you guys. I love preschoolers. I love you guys. I love people. I guess you can tell by that. And I couldn't ask for more. And I'll see you later. Thanks for coming and watching. I'm on YouTube. I have other stories on YouTube if you want to get on TL Suchman Preschool Wonders. That's also, when you go to Amazon, it's Preschool Wonders too, and that's another name that goes with it. Some of them have it and some of them don't. So look up TL Suchman. It'll take you there. Suchman. Okay, guys. Merry Christmas. Bye.